All right, looks like we are live. Thank you to anyone joining. I don't see anybody yet, but if you are watching on the replay or if you pop in, definitely say hi. And if you have any questions, of course, you can drop them in the chat and I'll be sure to answer them whenever I can. So let me pull up my notes. Today's live is for the astrology program and is all about Leo season coming up. All right. So just a quick overview of the program, the partnership for the astrology partnership. Everybody who passes the Know Thyself test is added into a group chat. So if you're interested in joining the program, we'd love to see some new members come in. You do need to take the Know Thyself test. You can take that anytime. It's open 24/7. You can take it as many times as you need. If you fail the test for whatever reason, we'll provide feedback on the questions that you miss, and you only need to have a 70%. Most everybody has passed on the first time, even people who are brand new to astrology. It's, essentially an open book test, so you can, look things up online. You can use books, like whatever you want. You can, jot down the questions, go and research them, and then when you're ready to take the test, just copy and paste your answers in. It is not meant to deter you from the program or give you any test anxiety. It's just that if you're doing astrology readings, you do have to have, some baseline knowledge of astrology. So this makes sure that, it's fair for everybody, that everyone's getting a partner that knows the basics and can show that they know the basics and can at least look it up to be able to do a reading. So really hope to see more people come in. So yeah, that's kind of how it works with the test. And then once you're in the group chat, you can choose to opt in or out for each season. We don't take people in and out of the group chat unless it's a really long time you're not participating, and would kind of chat with you about it. So we open a poll inside of that chat, and you just click yes or no if you want to participate in the season. We randomly pair everybody with a partner, and then each of the partners private message each other to do the reading. All right, so let's go over some key dates. The deadline to participate in Leo season was on the 10th, so 6 days ago. That was when the Know Thyself form needed to be submitted. It's the 10th of every month, so if you are wanting to join for Virgo season, which is the next one, you just would want to do that before August 10th. And like I said, you can submit it anytime. So I definitely would just recommend doing it whenever you feel like it, and then we'll roll you into the next season. Today, on the 16th, is me doing the live, and then we'll assign partners around the 20th. The Leo season begins on July 22nd, and that's when our readings will begin. We put a reading deadline goal of August 10th, so that hopefully you're able to kind of complete your reading towards the beginning of the season, the first half of the season, and then if that deadline goal is not met, you still have plenty of time to get it done. The final deadline is August 22nd, when Leo season ends and then Virgo season begins. So how do the readings work? Your partner provides their birthday, time, and location to you in a private message, and then of course you send that to your partner as well. You create a chart, and we do recommend using astro.com, but you can use whatever tool that you want. Just know that if you need like technical support or something, that Angel and I are only able to really do that through astro.com, because we may not use a different software. And you'll do the reading of their chart based on the prompt, and we'll chat about that in a minute. And it's your choice to do a video, a voice reading, or you can just type it out. And with the astrology program, we're doing quick readings. We're not doing a full chart reading. So we just want to focus on the prompt. And kind of the recommended time is if it's like a voice or a video, that it's about 10 to 15 minutes. Or if it's written maybe like a page or 2 pages kind of thing, if it was a typed out reading. We strongly recommend using notes as you're doing the reading, and that way, it's seamless for the person who's receiving the reading, and that you know what you're going to be sharing, right? It's a little less intuitive with astrology, so it's recommended that you kind of take a look at the chart, prep what you're going to say, make some notes, and that way you're ready to go. So let's talk about the prompt for Leo season. So Leo season, I actually have a little card here. This is from an astrology oracle deck that I have. So here is Leo, just to give you a little bit of a visual. And the prompt for Leo season is all about confidence and charisma. So we're keeping it super fun and light, talking all about the ways that you see confidence and charisma lighting up in your partner's chart. So you'll be using the prompt, and you can pull from anything. You can pull from Leo placements, you can pull from sun placements, house placements, like all kinds of stuff to be able to find this. You can always look on research on Google, how does confidence show up in an astrology chart, see if your person has those things. You can look up how does charisma show up in a chart, was there any stardom, anything like that. So get creative, try to find unique things, and that will help teach your partner something new too. So if you, for instance, were oh, I see how this unique thing with your North Node or something could connect in with confidence and charisma, I definitely want to share that and try to find new things, learn, and teach your partner at the same time. All right, so I don't see any comments, so guessing there's no questions, but if there are, definitely drop them later on the replay. And again, I'll take a look, periodically and answer those. For those in the program, you can always drop the questions in the group chat as well, and Angel and I are always here to help. Okay, so let's talk about Leo, and this is kind of the educational part, right? Learning a little bit about Leo. So again, we have our Leo card, and the symbol is the lion. I think this is one that a lot of people are super familiar with in astrology. So we've got our Leo lion right here on the card. And the element is fire, and it is the fixed fire. So this is the peak of summer, the heat of summer, right? And it is the sustained fire. The rulership is, the planet rulership is the sun. So no surprise, the heat of summer, we've got sun ruling this sign, and it is ruled also by the 5th house. The 5th house is known as the cosmic playground, which I think is such a fun name for this house, and it is focused all about pleasure and romance and creativity and self-expression. So all these big, beautiful concepts aligned with Leos. All right, so let's look at the qualities of Leo. And I will say most of my favorite people in my life are Leos. So I might poke fun at them a little, but it's because I love a Leo, and that's my partner is a Leo, and a lot of good friends are Leos. I'm an Aries, so it's kind of a natural connection there in the zodiac. So Leos are all about radiant confidence. They are full of charisma, and so that is really where our prompt is coming in, right, with confidence and charisma. They have a fierce loyalty, and they are also they have quite a bit of drama in their lives. They love to be center stage, and sometimes they can create some drama if there's not enough going on in their lives. They love to be the center of attention, big on the stage. They are natural leaders as well, and that is often something that is a big theme in kind of the Leo evolution, is how to be a leader. They also can have, they're associated with ego, and so they can have a bit of a big ego. And that is another one that is a growth and evolution part of Leo, is learning to kind of temper that ego and use it for their leadership. They are very generous, and very loving. So, think of like a big old lion that you would want to cuddle up with, not necessarily a fierce lion, but, they can be both. They are extremely expressive, very artistic, very creative, and really, that creativity and pleasure part is so ruled by this house. They can be stubborn and they can be domineering. They definitely like to be in charge, and that's part of that leadership piece. And learning to use that in a good leadership sense is part of, again, that evolution of the Leo. And they often, cannot take criticism well. So that's one of the downsides of the Leo qualities. All right. The motto is I will. So I love the mottos. I think that they are so spot on at describing the sign. Sorry, my voice. They are so spot on at describing. And so when you think about the qualities of Leo, it's the will, right? The heart. Where do we want to go with our lives? Sorry, this is awful. um, it is the will of what they're trying to create, what they want to do, what the heart of the matter is, and actually doing it, making it come to life. That sustained fire, they can sustain what it is that they want to do, especially when it is something that they're passionate about. So the part of the body, no surprise, it is the heart. It connects through the spine and the upper back and the blood and the circulatory system. So, the blood is kind of that heart of life a lot of times, especially important in witchcraft, and the heart, really associated with that as well. So those are the qualities of Leo. And then the chakra is the solar plexus. So it is that sense of purpose and self-esteem. And the color is gold. So primarily gold is what is associated with Leo. Some secondary colors are orange, bright yellow, and royal purple, that royal leadership quality in there as well. All right, so the tarot cards that we have here. So the primary tarot card is Strength. So this is the one that is truly associated with Leo. And, there's a lot to unpack on this card. There's the lion, of course, which is a really obvious connection with Leo. We have the, sorry, it's backwards for me, so I'm trying to make my brain work. But we have the card number is 8, and then we also have the infinity on top. So, 8 is August in the calendar year, and that is associated, of course, with Leo. It starts at the end of July and through most of August. And with the card here, of course, the number association, but then we also have the lion, and we have the maiden taming the lion. And it's really about knowing when to use that fierce animalistic side of ourselves and knowing when to tame it. So that is kind of the evolution we talked about with Leo, and being able to rule over the lion, so that when to unleash it and when to keep it tempered. So that is the Leo card, and I think really sums up a lot about Leo. It also has the castle up on the hill, which is, the leadership qualities. Just a really beautiful, powering card. I think it really matches the association super well. And then a secondary association is the sun. So this card is, of course, ruled by the sun, but because Leo is ruled by the sun, it has the planetary ruler. The tarot card has some significance, but again, the primary card is the strength. So this card, too, can give some really good insights about Leo. All right, so that is it for my live. We try to keep these short and sweet for you. And with the astrology program, if you haven't already, please be sure to let us know if you want to participate in the Leo season in the poll. And if you have any questions about the program, definitely let Angel and I know. And yeah, we'd really love to see more people come into the program and take the test. It's not scary, I promise. If you have questions or you're feeling stuck or something, just let Angel and I know, and we're happy to chat and hope that you join us in the program. Have a great day, everyone. Bye.